Urban Design Studio is a course that helps us to prepare architecture students for working at the community scale. And what that means is that architecture students are asked to work with real people in real communities in order to use their design talents and their problem-solving talents in order to uplift people, in order to really serve and help people. We were blessed this year to work in Buchanan, Michigan. We were originally planning on going overseas and helping another community there, but COVID got in the way of that. And so literally the same day that I found out that we weren't going to be going overseas, I received a message from Buchanan, from the economic development director there, asking us whether we'd be ever interested in working in Buchanan.
He answered the phone and he said, "We may have a project." Andrew and I quickly talked about it and how cool it would be for the class to kind of come down the road and study a great American small town who's trying to find a comeback story for itself, who has a history of lost industry but some amazing assets, and trying to really look for a vision for Buchanan. A small town kind of asking big questions. You know, how can Buchanan be a better place?
And it's just down the road. It's a local community. It's a classic small town, Midwestern Rust Belt city. Beautiful architecture, historic fabric, but also a rough past. Over 1,000 years ago, you already had Potawatomi people living on the banks of the St. Joseph River, thriving there. And of course, their land was taken from them. Later, you have a beautiful early mill town that's built in the 1800s. We have all this amazing historic architecture and authentic environment from that time period. At the same time, now you've had a history of disinvestment. Clark Industries used to be in the community, employed many people, and then, around the 1980s, they left. You had large African-American neighborhood that suddenly was disinvested and has now also been neglected over many years. You have a downtown that was really built for a time of prosperity that's now a little bit beat up and not always taken care of. So we were asked to help. And so the way that we can help as architects and as urban designers is to look at land and reimagine it. The School of Architecture and Interior Design at Andrews University was blessed to be asked to step in and assist, to use our God-given talents to uplift people and to make a difference.
In the past, Buchanan has lost the major industries that sustain the town. And in recent years, people had some mistrust with the city administration. And I believe that the drawings that has been produced by the design team from Andrews University can ultimately help cast a better vision for future Buchanan.
It was really exciting to me, feeling the energy of the community, how energized they were about the design. It really showing these people are ready to do these things and work on their community. I'm going to be graduating soon. I'm going to be working in a community, and this project is really similar to what I'll be doing. I'll be designing houses similar to what we did for some of the stuff in our project. So I feel that this process has really helped prepare me for that.
The north side of Buchanan, which has been historically a black neighborhood, I believe engaging with them, just including them in the meetings, really went a long way and made a big impact with them. In the past, they've been kind of neglected and they expressed that they didn't feel included. So I think that alone really made a difference, as well with the Pokagon band. There's just history of not really collaborating with them and just neglecting the history in Buchanan. So I think that was really important.
The team projects here at the School of Architecture is very essential for my growth as an architect. It allows me to encounter different personalities and find a way to work with them so that we could complete a singular project together. Through this project, we were able to cast a vision of hope and love to the city of Buchanan.
Well, my name is Denison. I'm the mayor of Buchanan, and you know the city's been kind of desperate, really, to take the next step and move forward. Everybody loves this town, and no one really wants to see it change. But at the same time, there's things that we need to do to make it better. You know, one of the topics that the students thought of was the middle housing, and that's really huge, and that's something we really need in order to keep our town thriving. You know, industry's finally picking up, but there's nowhere for the employees to live once they get jobs here. So I'm really keen on that. I think that's a great idea and something we need to build on. But I also think that the package that you put together is a great tool for the city to use, you know, to get interest from developers and investors. And it's so persuasive. The renderings that you did are so persuasive as a sales tool to show people what's possible. So I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the work you guys did.
I know from history that wherever these kids go, good things happen in the development world. And I also know that developers follow your work. And so when you can present these concepts in a professional manner and in a compelling way, using the latest technology and your best practices, that gives me a tool to kind of break open the market for Buchanan. And I already know that there's developers that are coming to our event tonight. I already know that there's developers that will be interested in your next chapter that comes out of your design studio. And quite simply, where you guys go, development happens. And I believe in Buchanan. And I think you can agree with me that in my young career here, one of my best decisions so far is to invest in that tent.
Good evening, everyone. We do have a vision for you tonight, and what a vision it is. I couldn't be more pleased to introduce to you fantastic visions for what Buchanan already is, but also can become.
So when you think about architecture, architecture is also about community building. And so we invite you to join us here at the School of Architecture and Interior Design to make a difference in people's lives and in their communities.
My class is the best class ever. Buchanan was super cool. I've never been 5 years here till this semester, and it's like a hidden gem. Go Buchanan! Yeah.